Breaking news coming in. IPL Chairman Rajeev Shukla has spoken exclusively to India today on the damning Lodha Committee report. Shukla has clearly said that the BCCI will implement the recommendations of the report in toto. He's also said that IPL 6 will go ahead as planned. More importantly, Shukla said that IPL 9 will not be played with just 6 teams. How this will be done is being worked out by the BCCI.
Since the coming of the Lodha Committee report in the public domain, this is the first interview by IPL Commissioner Rajeev Shukla. Many say the BCCI is rattled. What's the way forward for the IPL? Will season 9 have 8 teams or 6 teams? Most importantly, will the BCCI implement the Lodha Committee report come the IPL Governing Council meeting on Sunday? Joining me here in Kolkata after his meeting with Jagmohan Dalmia, Mr. Shukla, first question. You've met the President. What is the stand? Will the BCCI implement the Lodha Committee report?
Well, we had a long discussion with the President, and so is with the Secretary, Mr. Thakur, also. And after that, we have decided to convene the meeting of the Governing Council of IPL in Mumbai on 19th of July, where the entire report will be deliberated upon. And after that, we are planning to set up a subgroup which will study the report, and the whole idea is to implement it.
So in essence, the board is what you said, will implement the report. So can I tell my viewers that that is the BCCI stand?
No, definitely. The President is of the view that it should be implemented. So everybody is with the President that way.
So what happens to IPL? Moving on, I mean, if the BCCI implements this report, clearly 2 teams have been suspended. Rather, 2 companies which run the teams have been suspended. India Cements and Team Jaipur. So what happens to the IPL?
Well, IPL is a robust brand, you know, Boria. And we will do everything to enhance the value of IPL, to improve upon it. It's not that we will allow IPL to go down. And IPL will remain a better product, and IPL now 9 will be better than IPL 8. So this much I can assure you. So we will try our level best to protect the league, to protect the interest of the players, to protect the interest of the state associations, to protect the interest of all those people who are working in IPL. So I don't think, the whole thing is going to affect adversely to the brand IPL. Secondly, as you know, that I always see an opportunity in every crisis. So I think we will try to utilize this crisis also as an opportunity, and whatever corrections are needed, we'll do that.
That's nicely said. I mean, opportunity in every crisis, says Rajeev Shukla. But 6 teams or 8 teams, sir? Because many people are saying if it's 6 teams, then it's economically unviable for the board.
6 teams, I don't think, this is my personal view, that with 6 teams you can play IPL.
You can?
You cannot play IPL. With 6 teams, you can't play IPL. So there's no question of having 6 teams. Now there are various options which we'll be working on later, because IPL, it will take place in 2016 April. So there's enough time to work out. So we'll be working on many options, and after that we'll come back to people.
Most importantly, your COO is also being investigated. That day the Lodha Committee said that in the next part of the report, this many say is Act 1, Scene 1, they will also pronounce on the BCCI and reforms. Is the BCCI worried? Did you think that these teams might be suspended, or as many said, do you think they would get away with a fine?
Well, it was up to the committee to decide. And whatever they have decided, so we'll go by that. Why we should unnecessarily try to speculate and say something which unnecessarily violate the authority of the jurisprudence and authority of the judicial body. So we would not like to comment.
But your opinion on Mr. Sundaraman's future?
Well, whatever Lodha Commission decides, first let them give their recommendation. After that we'll comment about it.
When you said you will protect the interests of the players, so what is the way forward? There are 4 options being given in the public domain. What we were reading, in fact, some have been attributed to you also, that the BCCI might decide to take the teams, fresh auction, Kochi might be brought in. What are you contemplating?
No, there are many suggestions which are coming. But the only thing which I can assure you, that after we study the report and the implementation part is initiated, then we will decide what is the best option for us. So that governing council will be deciding, which will be recommended to the working committee. And then you will come to know, because lot many suggestions are coming, lot many people are giving various thoughts. So, and all these things which media has mentioned, all those suggestions have come. But so far, these things are at the suggestion level. Governing council has to apply its mind, ponder over it, and then after that we'll come up with a good solution.
Yesterday, you have announced that Champions League T20 has been stopped. That public announcement has happened. There was also a suggestion that a new IPL style league in its place, but that is also now shelved. So, any idea for my viewers as to what's going to happen in the place of the Champions League?
Yesterday, the media release from BCCI secretary was there about the Champions League, and that decision has been taken with the full consent of Cricket Australia and South African board. Unanimously that decision they have taken, all three boards have taken, and it would be too early to launch any tournament because that has to be launched in September. So it would be too early to manage it. So this year nothing is going to happen. Maybe next year we will see what we can do.
Your meeting with the BCCI president, sir, yesterday you managed to meet Mr. Dalmia. Can you just give us an insight what was discussed?
No, lot many issues. I mean, about the organization, BCCI, IPL, all those things we discussed, which cannot be divulged.
Final two questions. One, very importantly, the whole country is asking this. This whole India Cements affair. Mr. Srinivasan is directly involved with the India Cements. BCCI was about to take a legal opinion. When will that legal opinion be public? Frankly, is his position untenable? What is your personal view? What is the board's view?
Well, all these things, are normally discussed in the governing council. Matter is in domain of working committee. So I think whenever these meetings will take place, then only we'll discuss it. There's no point to unnecessarily, talking about it in the media. In the governing council meeting, we'll discuss these things.
Final question. So, from the IPL commissioner, despite the publication of the Lodha Committee report, can the viewers sort of take this much that IPL 9 will continue? One, it will be robust. Two, 8 teams rather than 6-3, and you will protect the interest of the players. Most importantly, you will implement the Lodha Committee report.
Yeah. IPL 9 will take place with a better version. So will go on, and I don't think we are going to disappoint the fans, the supporters of the IPL. They'll be very happy because, as you rightly said, it's a robust brand and we would not allow it to go down.
So there you have it from the IPL commissioner for the first time. 3 takeaways as far as I'm concerned from this interview. 1, the BCCI is going to implement the Lodha Committee report. The president wants it. The IPL commissioner wants it. It will be tabled in front of the governing council on Sunday. 2, he says IPL 9 will be robust, will continue not with 6 teams. How it will be with 8 teams, the BCCI is working out an option. And 3, if Mr. Srinivasan's position is untenable or not, Mr. Shukla is diplomatic there, justly so perhaps. But as long as the governing council and working committee will get that legal opinion that the BCCI is after, we'll get the answer to that. For the moment, most importantly, the BCCI in favor of implementing the Lodha Committee report. Thank you, Mr. Shukla, for speaking to me as always. Thank you very, very much. Thanks a lot.